I was going to say morning, but that's not quite today. Good afternoon, beautiful, and welcome to a little bit of makeup and a whole lot of Jesus. We're going to be spending about the next 45 minutes together, enjoying some beauty on the outside and some beauty on the inside. Our foundation verse for this podcast is Psalm 119, verse 11. I have hidden your word in my heart that I might not sin against you. And we have been working our way through Psalm 34. I know we didn't meet last week because I was in Guatemala, but we've been working through Psalm 34. So let's look at the last verse that we worked on. I believe it was Psalm 34:8. Let me check there. There we go. And there we go. So it looks like this did not get updated for some peculiar reason. Okay, so Psalm 34:8 was, let's see. That Psalm 34:8, it's rough when you wear glasses in a non-glasses world. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who takes refuge in him. I just want to make sure I had the right thing up on your screen for you. Okay. So today we're going to continue on. And our verse for today is going to be, "Oh, fear the Lord, you his saints. For those who fear him have no lack." I keep wanting to go back to the song lyrics for that one. So this week we're going to be working on Psalm 34:9. Let me get that off there. And we're going to get that scrolling across the bottom of your screen there. So Psalm 34:9, we're going to try this now without the glasses. Okay, so like I said last week, I was in Guatemala and had a mission trip there with Compassion International. Absolutely amazing experience. If you adopt a Compassion child, I highly encourage you to go on a mission trip to that country, piggyback with the church, the organization itself, or some way, and go meet your child. It is absolutely a totally different experience when you're writing a letter to someone that you have met in person. When you get to in person meet that family and those 30 lives that are impacted from your donation. I didn't need to make a commercial here, but here you go. Absolutely amazing. So little plug there for Compassion International. Actually, I'll put a link for adopting. It's not really adopting. What do they call that? Mentoring? No. Anyways, whatever you call it. Making your monthly donation for a specific child in a specific country, in a specific town, with a specific family. I just did not realize how much of an impact that one donation makes on that area. So amazing. Okay, so our theme for today is going to be Quickie Mission Trip Makeup. Now, I Googled about to wear makeup or not to wear makeup on a mission trip. And I came back with, my skin just does not like to not have makeup, and I didn't want to come back with a bunch of skin problems. In addition, I just like wearing makeup. So this is the entirety of my mission trip makeup in one Ziploc bag. So let me walk you through what we're going to be using today. I only have 2 makeup brushes. We'll talk about those when we get to them. I only have 1 makeup palette. That's it. We'll talk about that when I get to that. I am using Pure 4-in-1. Minimize what you got to bring with you. All we had was a carry-on luggage for 5 days, and you only get that quart-size Ziploc bag full of liquids. So now these are not liquids, and this was not my quart Ziploc bag for that. But you get what I'm saying. Minimize what you got. We're not there to be all glamming it up. We're there to be about a mission. Okay, so Pure 4-in-1. We'll talk about that when we get there. My combo oily skin needs to be set with a powder, so got that MAC Studio Fix. You got to put something on your lips, so got a little Bath and Body going on there. I tried to do it without eyebrows. I just don't have enough hair to pull it off. So getting on our goof proof there. You gotta define the eyes in some way. So I have 1 eyeliner and then a voluminous mascara. Gotta have the volume, needs to be waterproof because you're gonna be sweating like a dog, especially if you go into Guatemala. So, and then I brought 1 little mirror with me that has regular magnification, and then I think it's like 5 times magnification on the other side. That is all that I brought with me. So legit a Quickie makeup mirror. Oh, I can hear y'all dinging already, and I didn't get over to the chat. There we go. Good morning, good afternoon. So sorry that I missed you. Yes. Well, we're not going to talk about why I was late this morning, but nonetheless, so let's get going. We are not using a primer today because this is our primer. I didn't even bring a moisturizer with me on this trip because number one, I don't have dry skin, so not as much of a necessity for me. But this is a tinted moisturizer. Whoop, 4-in-1. Your primer, your moisturizer, you got a little bit of color, and it has the SPF of 20 in there. So we were in full sun coming through that extra UV through clouds, and I did not get sunburned, not one time. And I'm pretty fair. So highly encourage this. My operations manager, Angie, actually told me about this, and so thankful. So we're going to take this and we're just going to give it a couple of shakes to let it work up. We don't need anything for this but your fingertips. So I am going to, okay, that's a little heavy-handed. There we go. That's going to do like seriously everything. So we got a little bump right there. Don't put that much. That's a little much. In fact, let me get a little bit off of there. There we go. Putting it on that tissue that's on my lap. There we go. So we're just going to work that between the middle of our fingers a little bit. I'm going to start out under the eye because I am not using a concealer. And we're just going to get that all over our face here. Now, I took that off and now I need it. Dadgummit. Okay, there we go. Okay, so maybe do use that amount. Okay, so that is going to go from the hairline all the way down to the jawline. And you can see it's just a nice light coverage. And I don't want any burning on my eyelids either, so I'm going to do just a little tiny bit. Actually, let me do that on my middle fingers. And we're just going to get it on that eyelid too, so we can make sure I do not get any sunburn on my eyelid. So it's going to kind of be a primer there too, although we're not doing anything fancy up in there today. Okay, this routine literally took me about 6 minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe off what I had residually on my hand. We're going to cap that so I don't end up with it anywhere else. And again, that was the Pure 4-in-1, and this is the shade Light. Now I'm going to set that ever so lightly. This is the Studio MAC Fix. This is NC25, just like that there. It is a powder foundation, but I just don't like setting stuff with the little spongy thing. It's like too much. So I am going to be using, this is the IT Cosmetics brush. Let's see, for Ulta, the Airbrush Soft Focus, the number 113. This is a brush. Yes, I'm aware of that. We're not getting all fancy today. We're taking one brush with us. So it does have an angle. We're going to be using the wide part of that. And we're just going to get a little bit on there. And we're just going to set that little bit with this. So we get a little bit more color when we set with this powder foundation. So everywhere you put that 4-in-1, including the eyelid, you're just going to put this. There we go. Making sure we get her on the nose and the mouth, down on that neckline. There you go. So you can see we just have a nice, even, not too much coverage, SPF of 20. We are all done with that. Woo! So now we are going to take a look at our There's no contouring. Oh, am I on the wrong date here? Give me just 1 second to figure out what is going on here. Okay, it looks like I have inadvertently, there we go, edited the wrong document. Okay, there we go. That's always fun. Technical difficulties in the middle of a live stream. There we go. Okay, so we're going to be using, this is the Too Faced. This is the Christmas in New York. This was a collection they did in 2023 at Christmas time. If you don't have this, no worries. There's a ton of companies that have this. What you're looking for is you're looking for a palette that's got some eyeshadow shades, and then also it has a blush shade. Morphe has a couple of these. Let's see, who else has it? It Cosmetics has one of these. Tarte has a couple of these. You're just looking for a small, compact palette that has a little bit of blush in it, and then eyeshadows too. I mean, worst comes to worst, you can always just use eyeshadow as a blush. Come on, it's meant for your face. Just use the brush. Okay, so for right now, we're going to be living in the Park Avenue Princess. I believe that's actually a standalone blush color from them. We're going to, again, use that same brush. We're just going to give it a couple taps. And just a little bit of color. And we want a little bit of color up here. Doo-doo, doo-doo. There you go. Just a tiny bit of color. Okay, so our lips. We don't need to worry too much about your lips. We're not trying to focus on your face. We're just trying to give you a little bit of color so that you don't look like a zombie during any pictures that are taken during your mission trip. So this is the, I got this at Bath & Body Works, Mentha Shimmer Lip Tint, and this is in Pearl Mint. It says number 1647. Has a little bit of shine to it. Has a little bit of tingle. I don't think you're actually getting any kind of plumping from it. That's not the point of this anyways. Okay, so we're going to get just a little bit out. Has a light little bit of a pink tint. There you go. Can you feel that mint? Nice, huh? It actually has kind of a strawberry something flavor to it. So don't start licking your lips just because it tastes good. All right. So voila, lips are done. I told you this is going to be so easy. Okay, so now the other brush that we have with us. Oh, wait. Before we go on to that, we need to say our verse together. All right, so let me wait till it scrolls around on the bottom of your screen. We're going to do that together. And our verse for today is, ready? Okay, there it goes. Oh, fear the Lord, all you saints, for those who fear him have no lack. Psalm 34:9. And again, whenever you get a chance, make sure you go watch that Brooklyn Tabernacle choir version of Psalm 34. It's amazing. So we're going to be using our second brush, and only other brush that we brought with us. It's going to be the It Cosmetics, and this is the Essential Concealer. This is the number 212. Yes, I'm aware it's a concealer brush and we're using it for eyeshadow, but just wait, it makes it super easy. So we're going to be living in the Eggnog Teeny and the Ice Skate in the Park, this one right here. So we're going to start in that Eggnog Teeny, and you're just going to get that eyeshadow on both sides of that. And we're just going to go from the top to the bottom with that Eggnog Teeny over the whole lid. Just a nice, slightly bit of pearlescent, little off eyelid color. If you're doing this and you have a different color of pigment of skin, just find something that's, you know, maybe a nice champagne color or a nice brown that's just got a little bit of tint to it. Something similar to your skin, but just a little something extra. Okay, now we could leave it just like that. That's just a little too boring for me. So we're going to take that Ice Skate in the Park, and we're just going to get that on one side of the brush. We're going to go to that outside corner, and we're just going to whisk it in a little bit. Did I just say whisk with regards to eyeshadow? Yes, I did. Okay, and we're just going to go from that outside corner and flick that in. Oh, whisk and flick. Okay. From that outside corner. And that's just going to give you a little bit of dimension on that lid. Nothing fancy, just a little something. There you go. If you need to, any fallout, just take that brush, whisk that away. Oh, whisk again. All right. Now, I have kind of invisible eyes or eyelids. Maybe it's because my eyes are small. Not sure. So I did bring a waterproof eyeliner. This is the NYX retractable eyeliner in black. And we're not going to do like bottom, top, and, you know, make too much. We're just going to go from the outside edge here and bring it in about halfway. Just a nice light line. You could even do this with a brown. It might actually look better with a brown. but we're just giving a little definition to that eyelid, tiny bit. And actually, I didn't even bring it all. Well, it's halfway that way. Okay, there we go. Doop, doop, doop. Okay, so nothing too spectacular, just a little something. Now we're going to do our brows a little bit. So I didn't want to take the whole pink thing with me because I was trying to minimize the pinkness while in this particular country. No need to accentuate yourself on a mission trip. The point is the mission trip. So hence the cutting off of the hair and the lack of color. I mean, there's a pink, you can see a little bit of pink happening there. But for today, enough conversation about that. We're going to be using, this is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. This is from Benefit Cosmetics, and the color I have is 2.5. Cool thing about this pencil, it has the pencil on one end, it has a spoolie on the other. Therefore, you get to minimize taking another thing with you. So we're just going to give a little bit of color. We're just going to flick that in a little bit. We don't want too much brow, but we do need a brow. Okay, other side. Okay, I don't know what just happened with that. There we go. And then I'm going to take a spoolie end. We're just going to brush it through a little bit. Ta-da! Now I'm going to take the eyeshadow brush that we had and just go up underneath there in case I brushed off any of that shadow. There we go. And now we're done with that. We're going to work to our eyelashes. Now, what I did not bring with me is an eyelash curler. Why? Because they're bulky and they take up space. So your lashes are going to fall anyways, because chances are you are visiting another place that's got a different set of temperatures, a different set of humidities, whether it is that you are in a tropical environment like I was in Guatemala or not, it's going to be different and your lashes are probably going to fall anyways. So I did not worry about a lash curler. I did, however, worry about the humidity where I was going to be, causing my mascara to fall apart and give me blackness under the eye. So I went with the L'Oreal. This is the Voluminous in the waterproof, and this is just a black, nothing fancy here. Using my little mirror there, we're just going to add some mascara. And, you know, usually I do the 2 coats and then the bottom lashes and then another coat on the top. Well, we're going to simplify that. We're going to do 1 on the top, then we'll do the bottom, then we'll do the top again. So the tops are only going to get 2 because we just don't need all that for this. So if your lashes point down like me, yeah, you're not going to be winning any beauty awards. That's not the point of what we're doing here. The point of here is not scaring anybody while you're on a mission trip. Yes, I can see you all laughing too. Thank you for enjoying my humor. Okay, so now we're going to get those bottom lashes and we're just going to give a little bit there. We just want to be able to see those bad boys. There we go. We don't even have any shadow down there, so no need to, you know, worry too much about anything. Let's get the lashes on the other side. Okay, and just a nice light coat there. You don't even have to do that second coat on those top lashes if you don't want to, but I'm going to just because. Okay, so here we go. Second coat on that top lash there. I'm going to make sure I catch the tips. There we go. And we're going to catch on the other side, making sure we've got the tips. There we go. Getting here on the back. There we go. Okay. So now we have got that on there. I did take with me, although I could not find it, I did take a travel of the Urban Decay All-Nighter De-Slick Setting Spray. That's under 3 ounces. That'll need to go in your liquids baggie, but I couldn't find it. So let's pretend you are going to set that with your Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. So you can see what we've got here is just a nice, even colored, lightly done makeup look. You're not being obsessive about it. This literally will take you 6 minutes because that's what I was doing it in. You just get a little bit of something, so you're not going to scare anybody while you're on a mission trip, but you are respectful of the mission at hand. So there you go. This is your Quickie Mission Trip Makeup. Thanks so much for hanging out with me this afternoon. I look forward to seeing you throughout the week on social media. It has been now, or the other thing is you can come and see me in my store in Midlothian, Texas. We do have, if you have something special coming up, I do have a couple of ways that we can do your makeup for you, so you don't have to worry about learning anything or knowing anything. We'll just do it for you and you'll walk out looking spectacular. All right, so our verse again for today, let me get this off of here. There we go. We're going to do verse 8. Let's hope I can, verse 9, excuse me. We're going to hope that I can get that there. There we go. I think that's it. Oh, fear the Lord, all ye saints. For those who fear him have no lack. Psalm 34:9. We'll be working on that all week together. So don't forget to connect to whatever social media platform you like, so that you can stay informed with all that verse stuff. All right. So all of our scriptures for season 3 are going to be coming from a new book that's coming out, and that is going to be Color Me James. So more on that to come. Just wanted to give you a peek at what that is going to look like, and that is going to be available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and a couple of other different platforms as well. Still got a few little snippets of that in the works. So you can find a little bit of makeup and a whole lot of Jesus on your favorite podcast platform. Apple, Facebook, YouTube, Podbean, you get it. Okay, we are in syndication everywhere. So until we meet again, my friends, let me get this up for you here. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, here we go. So if you know this, sing it with me. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift his face toward you and give you peace. Heavenly Father, I do pray for everyone that has come and hung out with me today, or if you are viewing this later on. Father, I just pray a blessing on them this week. Be with us as we memorize that Psalm 34 verse 9 this week, and help us to really hide that whole passage, all of Psalm 34 in our heart, that we would have it just readily and available when we need it as encouragement or edification. And then it will be readily accessible when we're talking to others and when they need to hear a piece or all of it. Father, I just pray that you would help us to remember it is exciting and it is a joy to get to be a woman of God, Father, and that we would just celebrate that time of getting to wear makeup a little bit over a lot, doesn't matter, but just help us to remember that it is a joy to be a woman, a woman of Christ. In Jesus' name we pray all these things. Amen. Well, I hope that you truly have a wonderful week this week, and that you work to memorize these verses so that you can have them accessible to you later on. So it has been a joy again to hang out with you. I hope you have a beautiful week. Goodbye and God bless. Mwah. Love you.